to predict how that routing is going to go down. So really, it's about, I think, how your speed test is that day. And if it's good and ready that day, then away we go. Okay, I got to get this fixed up.
Yeah, oh, looks like the match is starting. Let's go.
Oh, here we go. 2 Jazderos. I've never seen that happen before.
Double jazz.
Yeah, it's the ultimate mirror match. And it's like, how can you defeat the turn? How can you win the tournament when your greatest opponent is yourself? But he gets a nice counter DI right here, and it begins the obstacle course.
Yeah,
oh no, you can't jump in on Uriel.
Very classic zoner versus striker here. The rushdown is there, but Uriel has been dealing with zoners for his entire gaming life.
Oh no, a great drive rush after the fireball. The Ken Street Fighter 6 classic.
Yep. I love.
Wait, he gets a combo off of that meaty fireball?
He does. He can, will, did. And woo! I know this isn't the right term for it, but that just looked so meaty, so satisfying. Loved the animation on that.
Yeah, it hits like a truck. It's beefy. If you don't want to use meaty, you could say beefy. Synonyms.
Beefy was a good one. Yes, yeah, that's a good one. I should have used that. That animates like it makes you feel the punch. I love that.
Oh yeah, it really makes you feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah. I know who's not loving it, though. Uriel is not having the round of his life. He's starting to claw back now, though. Some really great combos. He's really using his drive rush effectively, but only a sliver of health left. No more of that. And he had such a hard time getting in that round. I mean, Jazdero probably realizing he has to switch away from the up-close and personal and be a bit more of a traditional zoner, but Uriel just really didn't look like himself that round.
Nah, and with a player like Jazdero, he can really enforce his game plan so well, especially with a character like JP. Just you can establish spacing at a moment's notice, but now you've got your back to the corner, and Uriel, like not only Ken's corner pressure, but Uriel has had a great job confirming into the level 3 here, mitigating a lot of that pressure. And here we go, back to neutral. Sets up the EX departure portals. But good defense from Uriel.
Yeah, good defense. A bit of an off-timed drive rush there, but you can't fault his enthusiasm. And very good thinking there. I like his thinking with rushing in behind the fireball. I know it's very classic fighting games. It's not reinventing the wheel, but it's just really nice to see the fundamentals being executed so cleanly.
It's worked for this long for a good reason, and it's not about to stop working now.
Yep, good defense here, but it does put him in burnout. Here it comes. Here comes the super.
That was a punish? Like an actual punish?
Was a punish. Yes. And so was this.
Oh, what clutch stuff from Uriel. He had to do it. He had to convert that combo in that exact way, and he nailed it. He's just built different. This is what separates him from the rest of us.
Yeah, that is why he is a champion and why you and I are just talking about him.
All right,
but here we go again. That was Uriel.
Uriel.
Yeah. I was going to say that we can see again what I talked about a few matches ago, with Jazdero being very good at setting up opponents running onto his attacks. Several times this round so far, Uriel has come in, charged in with the drive rush or something, and run right into a crouching punch, into a sweep, into that medium punch. It has just been there for Jazdero, much like a good boxer making you run onto his jab. That kind of solid defensive play is what won Jazdero the round.
Oh, yeah. You say solid defensive play, and then he's got these absolutely disgusting portal setups as well. The offense is he's no stranger to letting it rip on the offensive end as well. But Uriel making great use of these jabs from Ken, dashing up and just getting in there.
Yeah, they are not only well matched, but they are so aware of what their characters can do that they are effectively trading not just advantage, but dominance. When one player's game plan is working, it works like the whole damn round. When the other's working, get word in.
I'm surprised Uriel didn't go for a level 2 there. I know they want to save the meter for the third round, but Maybe. You know what? I'm not going to be one to question someone like Uriel. He's champion for a reason. There we go. Closes it out with a low medium kick and has 2 bars. You know what? Maybe I'm just an idiot. I'm okay with that.
I think that if the light hadn't been what it was, that would have been on the table. But Jazdero was 1 interaction away from defeat, so Uriel didn't see a point.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I guess I'm just used to my Zangief. Just run DP on Wake Up. Why not? I don't respect your frames. Frame data is a social construct. I don't believe in it.
Speaking of belief, though, Jazdero refusing to put respect in Uriel's name, not intimidated by the ex-champion. That's a really great teleport into a throw. Backdashing, getting away from there. Not entirely sure I saw what that trade was through the flashing lights, but JP takes the game, Jazdero takes the game, 1-1, really putting himself on even footing.
Oh, great perfect parry there on the fireball to stop the drive rush right behind it. Man, and a good response there to the Jinrai. Obviously, at this level, these players have put in the lab work to know these character matchups. But to see it in action on such a consistent basis from these players in the heat of a moment at this level is just unbelievable.
Yes, and they are so good at just adapting on the fly. None of them are really being caught off guard. And I think part of that is that this matchup has happened in the finals of so many tournaments that you've had every chance to memorize the matchup. But they deserve most of the credit just as players.
Oh yeah, you could study all you want, and you can do everything you possibly can to prepare, but executing it in this environment is a different thing altogether.
You can read
and
the
there
whole
we go.
textbook
We've
and
got
you
these
still fail the exam.
Absolutely, and Jazdero with these great conversions off of these departure spires. They are putting in a lot of work here. Lesson learned quite well.
Splash.
Oh
again,
my, checks the Dragon
in. Those checks have been there for Jazdero all night. He is absurd with catching people coming in, knowing what they're about to do, and being there waiting for them.
Oh, wait, maybe that, it looked like a drop combo. Maybe it was a side switch of some kind. Gets the point-blank command grab. Can't react to that. Lots of plus frames here. Doesn't quite get the anti-air. A little bit of a weird jump angle. Nice cross up there. Uriel finally has the wall positioning.
He does have the wall positioning, but can he do anything with it? He's barely done any damage all round, and it seems like Jazdero knows what he's going to do before he does it, but that wall splat might be the end of his momentum. Uriel might be able to make something happen here. Point blank Hadouken, but eats the sweep into the super. So much for that. So much for the comeback. 2-1 for Jazdero in style.
Yep. A great confirm there off of the counter hit, crouching medium kick, clutching it out. You got to finish your food. Leave nothing on the table. That's what Grandma taught me back when I was a wee lad, and Jazdero is taking that lesson to heart.
My grandma called that the Clean Plate Club.
Oh, absolutely. Great awareness there. That's a classic little Ken Dragon Lash setup, and Jazdero was ready for it.
And just a little too far away for that drive rush to have any impact. Great control over space and a good parry there. Uriel is relying a lot on fireball and then drive rush immediately following it. Jazdero is wising up to that strategy. Good thinking with the neutral jump there.
Oh no, just crouch, gets the empty jump crouch jab. It's not even a low, but it works. Goes for the nice DI reset. And Uriel gets this round 1. This is an important game for Uriel to take.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, this is the last game for Uriel to take unless he gets it. I mean, he has to win 2 in a row or he's down in losers.
Oh, and here we go. If he keeps this up, this is going to be nice. Oh, wow. He gets a punish. JP can actually punish the overhead kick off of the OD Amnesia. Oh, nice. That drive rush coming across from... Dude, he zoomed.
Uriel has come back to that drive rush again and again, and it finally paid off. But Jazdero is just right there. He knows how to adjust. He's not getting overwhelmed, and he was able to return some of his lost momentum. And here we go. Speaking of momentum.
Oh, puts him into burnout as well, it looks like. This is going to be a rough situation. Luckily, Uriel still kind of has a round to give here, so it's okay. Yeah, just run DP on Wake Up. You got to take that risk, get that momentum. It's all right. You still got this final round here.
Yes, but is it going to get to him? The mental stack at this level is insane. The mental exhaustion is real, and when you know you're on match point after this long back and forth set, it can be hard not to just let the exhaustion set in. Does Uriel have the mental discipline and the composure to execute his game plan and, frankly, figure out how to solve a problem like Jazdero?
Yeah, well, Yazdero's got 1 bar of meter, and Uriel is still sitting on a full stick of butter here. What a whiff punish there with the Tatsu. It's just going to take 1 hit. A nice crosscut DP. Not going to let you jump out for free, and this should do it. Confirm into the level 3.
That's going to do it. That's going to make this 2-2. The check using the...
You got to get those combos. It don't matter how hard they are. It don't matter how many links you got to get. You got to close it out when it matters. These hits don't come along very often, and Uriel has tied it up 2-2. I believe this is winners finals. It sure is.
It is. And, you know, credit where due. Last round, I said I have to... This all comes down to if Uriel has the composure and the discipline to execute his game plan and not be overwhelmed. Clearly, he does.
Oh, he's proven it time and time again. We've seen many a comeback from this player, and let's see if we can maybe get another one. It's going to look like it right here, closing it out with the EX Jinrai, and now Uriel is on set point, potentially going to our grand finals. But let's see if Jazdero can put a stop to this.
That was really slick. He gets the zoning attack off and then comes out of it and parries the Hadouken without losing a step. Jazdero has just such control over this character, and he's going to need every scrap of it to get out of this jam because, again, match point.
Yep, in the corner, gets a great perfect parry on that fireball. Oh no, the punish counter throw. Begins, and Jazdero, it looks like he's going to go down.
The level 2 is there. That's gonna be enough! Uriel Velorio for grand final!
Yep, we got our final boss. Once again, Uriel potentially wanting to be a 2-time, or has he won more than once?
I think it was the once.
Okay, yeah, trying to be a 2-time online local champion. If anyone can do it, it is this man. And it looks like Jazdero is going to have to make one hell of a climb out of losers because, yeah, he may be in losers final. It might only be 1 match to win, but that 1 match, like these players,
that's gonna be
at this point of the tournament, it's going to be a hard match no matter who gets in there. Man, what a set from these 2 players. You love to see a nice final. You love to see a final game in a set, especially once we get towards the end here into our winners and grand finals.